Hey everybody, it's Wendy. I am going live from C321 Vintiques in Hudson, North Carolina. I'm so excited to be here today to bring to you the new Evolution paint. We are going to be demoing this guy out today, and I am honored and very happy and excited about this paint. Farmhouse Paint called me and asked me to demo this, and I'm super excited. I do want to just do a few little housekeeping things. Tammy, let me know if you can hear me. Tammy's one of my little helpers. Let me know if you can see me and hear me okay. If you guys will, I would love it if you would comment where you are watching from. We're in the foothills of North Carolina, near Blowing Rock, North Carolina. If y'all know where that is, we're in Hudson, North Carolina. So please comment where you're from. We are streaming live to Farmhouse Paint. Yay, Tammy says she can hear us. We are streaming live on Farmhouse Paint's Facebook page. Thank you so much for allowing me to be on here today and for joining me. Or if you're watching on the replay, let me know about that. And we're also streaming live to my own personal YouTube page, which is Wendy's Workshop. My personal YouTube page, basically, it's things about my stores. I got 2 stores, and it's also about my life. I have an Airbnb that I'm fixing up. And Farmhouse Paint is used very much in all of my life, personally and in my business. And so I feel very honored today to be with you guys, and I'm so glad that you're here. Again, if you could just drop a little comment and tell me where you're watching from, I would love that. It also helps the algorithm, so more people will be shown this video, and that helps out Farmhouse Paint, and it helps out me as well, and I appreciate that. So let me give you a little backstory about me. I'm actually a retailer. I have been with Farmhouse Paint for, I think, over 7 years. I met Susie, who was the creator owner. I met her in Atlanta I was searching out a brand of chalk paint. Couldn't decide what it was I wanted. It looks like we got some, let me let it catch up here. I'm not sure why we're having any interference, but Tammy, can you turn off a few things that are on our Wi-Fi so that it's not interrupting? Like maybe shut down Spotify for a minute. Sorry about that, y'all. Anything that's kind of pulling from our Wi-Fi makes us kind of drag a little bit. Sorry about that. But I've been with Farmhouse Paint for 7 years. I met Susie. Very wonderful lady. I've taken Susie's workshops that show us how to use Farmhouse Paint and all its products. And I'm sure if you have yourself ever dealt with customer service, you've probably talked to Katie, who is fabulous. Katie, I love you. Thank you so much for all that you do for us. I appreciate you. So anyway, I'm just a big fan of Farmhouse Paint. They stand behind their brand, and they really stand behind their retailers. If you're thinking about being a retailer, or if you're thinking about being an ambassador for Farmhouse Paint, I highly recommend it. And again, this is coming from a veteran that's been using their paint for over 7 years, and I love it, and I will forever use it. So I'm sure you guys, as well as me, when the introduction of the Evolution, and when they first did that, I'm like, no, I love Farmhouse Paint. Don't mess with it. I love it just the way it is. But it's not taken away. The original paint is still here. It's an addition. It's an additional paint. And there is a difference between the two. And I can kind of show you. Yesterday I did a project on my own. By the way, we're C321 Vintiques. I don't think if I told you that. But I use Farmhouse Paint, the original, to do chippy paint, to do layering. I can distress it. I'll show this up close to you. I can do all kinds of things with it. The new Evolution paint is not this. It is more of a modern feel and take. It's more of, you want a solid, it's more like for your kitchen cabinets, a really fine piece of furniture that you don't want distressing, you just want a solid finish. And that's the way. Hey, Olivia, thank you for joining. This is my good friend. I'm going to show her on here. This is a good friend here from North Carolina. She's one of my vendors here at Vintiques. Thank you for watching, Olivia. I appreciate it. So let me give you a backstory. I told you guys that I'm a retailer. I own, well, it was Cottage 321 to begin with, and it was Cottage 321 Boutique. And one side of my store was fashion, and the other side was all things DIY, farmhouse paint, home goods, decor, that kind of thing. Well, anyway, I needed more room for more painted furniture and the things that I love. I love to DIY, I love to craft, I love to paint furniture. And so this year, I decided to open a second store. So I have moved all of our fashion to Granite Falls, which is only 5 minutes from us. And that is just down the road, downtown Granite. And that's all about fashion. If you want to go to our website, it's cottage321.com, and it represents both stores. The old store is now called C321 Vintiques, and this is where all the fabulousness happens. And we have lots of vendors here, as well as our own stuff. Our farmhouse paint is here and all of its products. Also carry a bunch of other lines for DIY as well if you want to check that out. But I want to encourage you that if you love farmhouse paint and looking to buy it, look for your local retailer. Shop local, keep it small. But if you don't have a retailer, you absolutely can reach out to my website. I do not have this paint yet. It is so spanking new that I don't have it yet. But I do believe it is available on farmhousepaint.com, that you can purchase it there. But it's going to be in my store very soon because I am super excited about it and very thrilled and impressed by it. So yesterday I did a live on Vintiques page, and it's also on YouTube, and I did a coat already, and my color is the Beyond Blue. It's very pretty. Whoop, let me get in here. It's a beautiful, beautiful kind of gray blue, and I will tell you this, it darkened just a little bit, so it's even prettier, and you can really tell the blue. I really like it. I think it's be a beautiful kitchen cabinet color. And what we're going to be painting today is the door fronts, and I got a couple of drawer fronts. I got these from Habitat from Restore Store, and I use stuff like that to make signs and do all kind of DIY stuff with. But just so you can see, this is what it would look like on a drawer front. Beautiful color. We're going to do a scratch test because this was done 24 hours ago. And at the end, when we get done playing, we're going to do a scratch test with this. Let's see here. All right, I haven't seen anybody make any comments. I'm hoping I am live on Farmhouse Paint. Tammy, will you go directly to Farmhouse Paint and make sure it's going? So we're going to get started. And I had told the ladies at Farmhouse Paint that I was going to be brushing, but I'm going to brush one door and I'm going to roll another door, because they have a bunch of different kind of, this is the brush I like to use. It's the grip. And then we also have the nano fiber mini roller, and I actually really love that. And if you have a really flat surface with not a lot of detail, I suggest using the roller. It uses less paint and it goes really fast. It's super fast, and I honestly want to say you use a whole lot less paint than when you're doing it with a brush. And I actually use this in my daughter's cabinets. I painted her cabinets black, and the black Nor and the regular Farmhouse Paint, and I used the roller, and it was super fast. I did probably an 8-foot top and bottom section of cabinets with less than 1 quart of Farmhouse Paint. So this stuff goes a really long ways. So while we're here, let's get going. I'm going to start doing one of the drawer fronts, or the door fronts. Let me throw this over here to the side. And we're just going to get going. So this is the color I got. This is Evolution Paint, and as we go, I'm going to talk to you some more about all the great things that Evolution Paint. You can tell that I've been using it. I've already opened it and been playing. And so we're going to get started here, and I'll tell you more about what the differences are and what a wonderful, wonderful paint this is. I'm going to stir it up. I'm going to point my camera down for when we're painting, so you guys can see what we're doing. Give me just a second. I'm going to do that. I think I'll do the drawer front first. Actually, no, I'm going to roll that one. This one's a roll. I'm going to brush this one first. So this is my drawer front that door front. I'm sorry. It's a door front We are going to brush this one. I already did one coat on this side this morning, and we are going to brush this one. I'm going to paint this guy up. I'm going to point my camera down. Give me just a second, and we're going to get it going. Okay, give me just a second to point this down. It's not going to be cute. You're going to see top of my head for a minute. Let's see here. You can see that. I think you can. Yeah, there we go. Okay. If y'all have any questions while I am doing this, please ask. I'm going to start with brushing. I am using the grip. This is my favorite brush, y'all. This is, if you can tell, it is angled. Let me turn it here. It is an angle, and it's just fabulous. It's synthetic bristles. It doesn't show as much brush strokes if you keep it clean. Now, if you don't clean it good, it will show brush strokes. But I actually use this even when I'm painting in my house. I like to use this as a cut-in brush. It gets really good fine detail into those edges, and I love it. So we're going to get started. I'm only seeing comments from my people. I wonder if I just can't see the Farmhouse Paint stuff. Yay, I'm on Farmhouse Paint. All right, let me show you this can here. Look how beautiful that color is. Isn't that gorgeous? It's beautiful. I love it. It's so pretty. All right, we're just going to get started here. I'm going to use my grip. I'm going to first start with these edges here. And we're going to just get going. It's super easy. It's really smooth. I can tell that it just is like butter, y'all. It just goes on so nice. So nice. And yesterday when I was doing this, I can tell that you may not, I know a 2 coats is definitely going to do it, but there's going to be some things that you're only going to need 1 coat. So I always run my fingers so I don't get drips along those edges. And then I come back and smooth it one more time. I'm going to cut in right here on this little part. Okay. Let's keep going. And you're going to notice that it goes really fast. All right, so slide this in so you can see it. Which way should I do it? There we go. So, Evolution paint. Why would I use this over the regular Farmhouse paint? For one thing, it is an all-in-one paint. And I had a whole little sheet of stuff I wrote out, and then I left it in my bag. Here we go. So it's a very hard paint. It's very hard, and it dries within an hour. And the kicker is, y'all, is that it cures, completely cures within 24 hours. Now, regular Farmhouse paint takes about 2 weeks to cure. I've never had any problems with doing kitchen cabinets with Farmhouse paint, and honestly, I'm kind of giving this away. I didn't know it took 2 weeks until recently. But this is claiming to be cured within 24 hours. So that's a huge thing. Now, this is not a paint that you are going to want to do distressing with or layering. This is more for a solid finish. You just want a one color. It can be sanded, but it's not really made for that. All right, so it's hard, it's durable, and it dries to a satin finish, which is wonderful. So guess what? One thing that it's got over Farmhouse paint, you don't have to sand it. Once you get it all painted, you don't have to do that final sand. It's done. It dries to a satin finish. Well, that's just another step you saved me, so I already like that. I like that a lot. Get this edge right here. I can't really, I'm looking in the camera. I got my laptop in front of me. I'm looking in the camera at that so I can see it. Here we go. I'm going to smooth this back out one more time. You don't want to go over this too much. If it's already starting to dry, do not touch it. Fight the urge. Don't do that. Okay, so it also says it doesn't crack. It doesn't peel. It's beautiful, y'all. It just goes on creamy smooth. It just feels a little bit different. Um, I know with the regular farmhouse paint, it has kind of a chalky feel to it. This doesn't. This doesn't feel like that at all. It's very smooth, gliding very easily. I pulled out a new brush today because the brush I used yesterday was an older brush and it had some dried up paint in it and it did streak. So that's why I'm telling you, make sure that you clean your brushes really well when you get done painting. Oops. So this is going really fast. I've got one door painted out here just about. I'm just going to make sure I've got my brush strokes pretty good. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful color. So this is called Beyond Blue. I'm a big blue fan, and I love this kind of gray blue. So the whole palette of Evolution is very neutral. I'm going to get my edges while I'm here. It's a very neutral color palette. And it's going to be for more your modern kind of look and feel. A lot of things now, everybody's wanting more of a solid finish and maybe even mix it with some natural wood with a color. This is the way you want to go. Paint this edge here. It's beautiful. I love it. I can't really see that edge good. Let's see if I can pull it up. I'm looking in the camera again. So, y'all, if you're just joining in, my name's Wendy. I'm an actual farmhouse paint retailer. I've been with Farmhouse Paint for over 7 years. I am a big fan. I'm going to turn this around so I can see it. I'm a huge fan of Farmhouse Paint. I love them. They are so good to their retailers. If you're on the fence about starting a new line of paint, this is the paint. I'm telling you, it's wonderful. And it's made in Georgia, which I love, being from North Carolina. And it's a woman-owned business, and I love that even more because, you know, I'm all about the woman thing, right? Okay, see, I'm starting to mess with it too much. So we just need to leave it alone and set it aside. So I am going to put my brush. I'll give y'all some little tips as we go. I brought in some little baggies yesterday. I always put my brush in a Ziploc bag or some kind of plastic bag if I'm going to use it again. That way I don't have to reopen it or save a little paint by not having to wash it out as well. I'm going to make sure it's airtight, wrap it up, and set it aside. Probably going to, actually, I should have left that open, but we are going to grab this. I've got one more door here, and I want to do this one. I want to roll it, and I want to show you how fast rolling is. I'll set this one over here out of my way. Let it dry. And you can tell I've already, like, I was playing this morning, so I got paint all over the place. But this is our second door, and we are going to do, let me see if I can turn this just a little bit. Maybe it's the other way. Here we go. If y'all have any questions, please ask. Lori, did I miss the prep info? You did. Thank you for asking. I totally forgot about that. Let me point it up. Thank you for reminding me about that. I'm so sorry, Lori. Thank you. So prep. So Farmhouse Paint has some wonderful cleaning products. They have a new spray that's pure. I think it's called Pure. And they also have it in the granulated form. And so I always clean my products really good with one of those. It's like TSP if you've ever used that before, but it really cleans, degreases your piece. And it gets all, especially kitchen cabinets, they get, you know, grease from all the cooking and all that kind of stuff and grime. And if you've been cooking in your kitchen for 10 years, you can just imagine the buildup. So I always clean my kitchen or any piece, every piece, really good with one of those products. So they have the Pure spray, and then they also have the granulated where you can do a big batch or just as much as you need. And so yesterday we pre-washed these down. I didn't sand them or anything. That's the cool thing about this paint. There's no sanding involved. So, Lori, thank you so much for reminding me. I totally skimmed right over that. So I'm going to point it back down. Sorry. And it looks like we're a little bit crooked. Okay, so now I wanted to show you guys what it's like to roll. And I am using the Nano Mini Roller. It's right over here. And it just goes really fast. It's super fast and it uses less paint. And I did it on one of these because I wanted to make sure. Sometimes when you use the roller, this is what it looks like. This is their little tray. I always put a little bit of tinfoil so I don't have to clean the tray. I can just throw this away when I'm done. This is the Nano tray, the Nano roller. I use this all the time. You can reuse the little felt pads in it. This is it right here. It's a nano fiber mini roller, and you can rewash it if you like to. A lot of times I will just use this up as much as I can, and then I throw the little roller away, because you can buy the replacement ends really easy. So we're going to roll this guy out, and it goes really fast. I think I'm going to cut in first with my brush. I'm going to cut in around these edges first. And that's it. Thank you, Farmhouse Paint, for answering that question. You just clean it. There's no pre-sanding. You just got to clean it with a good cleaner. Thank you, guys. And I don't know about you guys, but you kind of get flustered as you're doing these lives and you forget to say things, or your words get all tied up in a knot. That's me. I get kind of excited and hyper, and sometimes I have to stop, take a sip of drink, take a deep breath, and get back to it. So all I'm doing right here, I'm using the grit brush. I'm doing a little cut in on these edges here. And then we're going to do the Nano roller. Thank y'all so much. Let's see. Farmhouse Paint says offers 2 different pre-cleaners. Thank you so much. Thank you. They are doing some work for me. 2 cleaners. And I can attest to all of them. As I was mentioning y'all earlier, I have a little YouTube channel, and I've been, it's called Wendy's Workshop, and I am kind of going through and renovating it. And I have used the cleaning kit, and it, like, you can pre-mix it in a big, like I use a big old thing. I scrubbed the whole ceiling of my cabin. It's this beautiful yellow pine boards, and it had a little bit of mold and dirt from years and years of whatever, and I cleaned it with that stuff, and it did such a great job. And then I also cleaned the walls with it, and I used Farmhouse Paint and painted my walls. All right, so we're going to get started. I think I'm going to paint the outside part first. I'm losing space here. I'm trying to find a good place for everything. All right, let me go ahead and roll this middle. And I love the Nano roller. Like I said, I just put a little bit of paint on this thing, and look, it rolled that whole inside. So you use less paint when you use this. Doesn't that look great? And it looks a little bit dimply, but leave it alone. It'll self-level, it'll dry, and it won't be bumpy. That's the hardest thing, is to tell some of my customers, are like, because you want to fight the urge of taking your brush and smoothing back over it. And at least wait until you do a second coat if you feel like it's doing that. So here we go. It's just so fast. Did y'all see how fast this is? Me painting this compared to me brushing that other one. I mean, this is like 3 minutes. Look at that. And it is so smooth. It looks awesome. I mean, that was fast, and I only refilled this twice. So I barely used any paint. I can see, I'm going to take my little brush again. I can see some little spots that I missed on the edges here. I'm going to try to touch that up just a little bit before it gets too dry. I love the grip brush as well. It's great for detail. It has that angle, and it's thinner than normal. It's thinner than normal brushes, so it just does better. I can't see that side, so let me look from this angle. Almost got it. This is a gorgeous color called Beyond Blue. Absolutely fabulous. I see a little place right here that I didn't get good. And boom. Where my brush hit, I'm just kind of hitting it. And this stuff cures really quick. It says it dries in 1 hour, so you got to fight that urge to retouch it up. And that second coat's going to get any little things at the end. All right, so I'm going to roll these edges real quick. We're going to talk some more. Okay, so no cracking, no peeling, no stain, or it's stain and scratch resistant. And y'all, listen, it's interior and exterior. Interior and exterior. Did you hear me? So I think this is going to be great for like pieces that you want to put on your little porch. It's going to be great for exterior doors and all the little I like to put furniture outside on my porches and decks, and so I think this is going to be really good for that. It says it's industrial strength, so that should be pretty hard, right? Should be pretty good. Lift up this side and get that one. But y'all, the roller is the way to go. If you don't have something that has a whole lot of detail on it, I highly suggest the roller. You can also spray with this. I'm going to lift it back up so y'all can see me. You can also spray this paint. And I haven't tried that yet because spraying takes a lot of room. You got to have the space to have it. Okay, yay. We did that so fast. Let's see, it's only been about 20 minutes and I've talked half of it, right, without even painting. Seriously, that door, y'all, the rolling is the way to go. I'm telling you, that's awesome. All right, I'm going to set this over here. Let them dry. I really think this will probably be about dry once I'm done talking a little bit more. Okay, I've got one more little drawer front I think I want to paint while I got it out. Just going to go ahead, because this will take like 2 seconds. This will take 2 seconds to paint. I'm going to try to hold it up a little bit for you. You can do it this way, but yes, all you got to do, clean your piece and start painting. That's all you got to do. And the other great thing is now you don't have to sand, that final sand. You don't have to do that and then wipe it down. It is to a satin finish once you complete, once you're done with that. You don't have to do anything else. I'm all about cutting some steps and getting done faster. And listen, I don't like to name names of competitors or whatever, but there is this paint that I see a lot of people using called Beyond Paint, all in one. And it's claiming to do all these things that this Evolution does. Well, listen, it takes 30 days to cure. Who has 30 days to wait, especially if you just painted your kitchen? Who has 30 days to wait to use their kitchen? No. So this is done in 24 hours and you're ready to go. This is what I'm telling you to do. Don't do as I do. Quit messing with it, right? Set it aside and leave it alone. Did I get all of it? Yes. All right. Let me put that to the side here. I'm going to wrap my little paint up. So this is another little thing I do. I'm going to wrap my paint up because I'm probably going to do some more painting once I get off of here. Because I don't waste paint, so I got to use all of that up. And throw it in my little plastic bag and make it airtight. And if you can keep that roller cool and airtight, you can keep using it for a while. Let me sit that out of my way. Okay. Let's talk for a second. Now, this is the one that I did yesterday, and I'm super excited. I'm going to raise up just a little bit higher again. Sorry for if you're looking at my part on my head. Here we go. Just a little bit better. Okay. Whew. Let me see. Farmhouse Paint is doing their job today. Let's see what they're saying. Thank you so much. She said I'm doing a good job. Evolution will dry in less than an hour, and they're right. So that one that I painted just a minute ago, it's just about dry. I would say it was 10 minutes ago. Let's see. No sealers needed for exterior. And see, that's huge for outside and even like the kitchen. Like with regular farmhouse paint, you know, I love it and I used it, but I always thought if you know, kitchen cabinets, you're rough with it and your fingernails hit those little drawer pulls and stuff. Am I lagging? There it goes. Your fingernails hit, wherever your fingernails hit around your door, little knobs on your doors, you will see it chip around that. And I think this is saying it won't do that. So that is huge to me. I cannot wait to use it on some exterior things, especially like a front door, because it gets heat. And I did read that it's UV resistant. So that's great. It's got UV protection in it. So dries in 1 hour, ultra hard in 1 day, and anyway, good to go in 24 hours. Look how beautiful. So this is the Beyond Blue. It's gorgeous. I think there's 17 colors in the new Evolution paint line. They're all gorgeous colors. They're all very neutral palette. You still have a nice creamy white. You still have a black. I think it's called, remind me what it's called, but I think it's bold black. And they're all beautiful. I can't wait to see them. I wish now, I painted this cabinet behind me in Farmhouse paint and I love it, but now I need to do a final sand and then I have to clean it. I might just have to paint it with bold black and then I don't have to do that. Unless I want to do some distressing, that's the way I would go. So again, this is like, I really think kitchen cabinets and really, really nice, fine furniture that you want a solid finish, this is the way to go because you actually lose another step. So you only clean it, you paint it, you probably have to do a second coat, but your second coat's going to be really light. You're barely going to use any paint and you're good to go because it dries to a satin finish. You don't have to do anything other than that. You wait 24 hours and then you can live your life, put stuff on it, deck it out, make it beautiful. That's what I love. I cannot wait. I'm a very impatient person and I can't wait. Let's see. Is there any other questions? All right. So now this is the scary part. I painted this yesterday on my live and now we got to do a scratch test. I will tell you that I put a second coat on it yesterday afternoon. Once I got done with the live and it had dried over an hour, I just had a few little areas that I needed to touch up. So I put a second coat. And again, the reason I had to do a second coat is because I used a brush that wasn't really, really good and clean. And so it made it streak just a little bit. That is not normal. It's just because I was lazy and didn't clean my brush good. Okay, so here it is, up close and personal. We are going to do a scratch test. I'm nervous, y'all. I hope this works. I'm going to use, let's see, this is the long, ugly fingernail. I'm going to use that, and we are going to scratch it and see if it's living up. Now, if you gouge this, yes, that is going to take the paint off. If I took a screwdriver and I did that, yes, it's going to take it off, and it's also going to mess up your wood. So don't do that. But this is everyday use. You tapping it and hitting it with your hands. I'm grabbing drawer pulls, hitting it with my fingers. That's good, y'all. Can y'all see that? It is not coming off. I'm sorry. I'm too busy looking at it myself. Can y'all hear my nails going across? It is not scratching off. It looks great. It looks great. And I'm pretty excited about this. I don't know if y'all were the same as me when Farmhouse Paint said we're coming out with a new paint. I was like, please don't. I love Farmhouse Paint the way it is. I didn't realize it's a whole nother line and it's for a whole nother use. So again, this is a solid finish. It's great for that. It's not really meant for you to like distress a lot. The regular Farmhouse Paint, you can layer it, you can distress it, you can do all kinds of things. And I'm still going to use Farmhouse Paint. I really use it a lot for a lot of my signs and things like that. But when I'm going to paint out a whole kitchen cabinet, or if I have a really nice piece of furniture, that's it. Did y'all see that? Let me do it again. I'm going to scratch it with my hard fingernail here. Can y'all hear? I'm scratching it. It's not coming off. It looks good. It is awesome. Okay, I don't know the cost. Is it Farmhouse paint? Is it the same cost as the regular Farmhouse paint, or is it a little bit more? I have no idea. I don't have this product yet. I'm hoping to get it really soon, but you can order this on farmhousepaint.com. So I'm going to wait and see what Farmhouse paint comes back. I don't know the cost. I'm assuming it's going to be near the same cost as the regular paint, but I'm not positive. But let's see. It looks like it's just a little bit more. It's $43.95 for a quart. And are you going to be selling it in sample sizes too? Is this Katie? Is this Katie that's answering all these questions? Asking for a friend. Is this Katie? So anyway, while they're coming back and answering some questions, I'm going to do a shameless plug for my store. My name is Wendy, and I own Cottage 321. I have been in business going on 11 years. I have been with Farmhouse Paint for over 7 years, and it is my favorite paint. Any kind of furniture paint, it is my favorite. It's the only line that I carry. And I'm super thrilled with it. All I can say is very, very cool, nice things about Susie and Katie and all their staff. They are great to their retailers. If you're on the fence of becoming a retailer, or if you want to be an ambassador to help spread the word about Farmhouse Paint, I'm telling you from a person that uses it in their personal life, and I use it in my retail business. It's the best. It's the best. I love it. It's great, and the company is great. Woman owned, woman run, and I'm all about that. And it's in the United States, and it's made in Georgia. They're just right down the road. They're about 4.5 hours away from us, and I love that. Let's see what it says. It's more expensive than our traditional, just a tad, not much. And yes, Katie, I love Katie, y'all. She is the best. Glad you're here. It is the best. And hola. Hey, hola. Is it Ibby or Hibby? I'm not sure how to say your name, but thank you so much for joining. I think we're just about done. I kind of want to take my phone down and show y'all a close-up of the doors that I just painted in the drawers so y'all can get a look and feel. This is one coat that I did today, and it definitely could take another coat. Okay, Olivia, I'm going to share Olivia's little comment. So Olivia, and I've seen Olivia. Olivia has used Farmhouse Paint, and I know she has this beautiful hutch that she painted creamy white ash, and it's gorgeous. She's one of our vendors here, and she has beautiful things in her stuff. If y'all are local at all, or if you're driving through the foothills of North Carolina on Highway 321, hence Cottage 321, you will drive right past our store here in Hudson, North Carolina. I'm having fun reading the comments. I'm sorry. Let me take that off. It is so funny. The H is silent in Spanish. Edie. Am I saying it right? I hope I am. I hope I'm not butchering that. Thank y'all so much. Farmhouse Paint, I love you too. I love y'all so much. I am super honored that Farmhouse Paint asked me to do this demo. I was kind of hesitant because I hadn't got to play with the paint yet, and they sent me a sample, and as soon as I opened it, I was in love. It's great, y'all. Everything that they have ever made and created and launched is awesome. I love it. And I can't speak more highly about it and about the company and about the people who run the company. They're awesome people. Love them. And anyway, I'm going to take my phone down. I'm going to try not to hit any buttons. And I want to show you guys this stuff up a little bit closer so you can see. So this is the one that I've rolled. You can tell that it's still drying. As it's drying, I think this means it's drying, or maybe this one's drying. I did notice yesterday that it dried a little bit darker, which was a good thing because it looked really light to begin with. So this is the rolled one. And honestly, I do think, I don't know, I might not need a second coat. I might just have to touch up where I did the brush. Here's the brush stroke. And this is what I'm talking about. Sometimes you may see, because it was white underneath, I don't know if y'all can see that, there's a little bit of streak. And that's one more coat and it's good to go. And I'm going to wait just like probably 30 more minutes. You can see a little bit of streaking, but second coat, it's gone. You will not need more than 2 coats for sure. But the roller, y'all, all I can say is usually you only have to do 1 coat. You might have to touch it up here and there, but it looks great. Let me show you. This is the one after 2 coats of paint, and I did the scratch. I'll do it again. It is not coming off. It looks fabulous, y'all. I put this little knob on here because little handle, because I just thought it made it look more finished, so you can get an idea what it would look like on your kitchen cabinet. Beautiful color. Can't say enough about it. This is the one that's wet. I rolled this one as 2, and it's still a little bit wet. Let me pull this back up here. Try not to hit any buttons. Ugh. Thank y'all so much for joining me today. I think we're done. I had so much fun doing this. I hope I said all the things. Let me say it one more time. Let me say it one more time so make sure I get it all in. Okay, good enough, she said. Good enough. Okay, so Evolution paint. We got 17 different colors. I just did the one color. It's beyond blue, and it's beyond beautiful, y'all. It's so pretty. It is hard, it's durable, it has a satin finish, and it has tough guard technology. It doesn't crack, it doesn't peel, it's stain and scratch resistant. It's hitting all the good buttons, right? It's an interior and exterior paint with industrial strength. So that's awesome. Dries in 1 hour, probably less than 1 hour. It depends on like how much moisture is in your air and how warm it is and all that kind of stuff. But it will dry within an hour. Ultra hard in 1 day. Within 24 hours, it's good to go. And again, I want to encourage you, if you're thinking about painting, doing a painting job, you can order this paint from farmhousepaint.com, or hopefully, I'm not sure, have y'all already started sending out Evolution to the retailers? And I'm just behind the ball here because I'm going to be ordering it as soon as I can. But if it is available at the retailers, I suggest Farmhouse Paint has a store locator on it. Go on there and look for the store that's nearest you and promote and support your local retailer. If you don't have a local retailer, farmhousepaint.com ships, and I also ship, but I don't have this paint yet. I'm hoping to have it real soon. I have all the other regular Farmhouse Paint, but Evolution's coming. And it's an evolution, y'all. It's the all-in-one paint, and it is really great. I love it so far. I'm super impressed. And again, most of the other paints that are claiming to be all-in-one take anywhere from 2 weeks to 30 days to fully cure. Even like if you use, I don't like telling people's names, but there's a very famous chalk paint that you have to either put a top coat or wax on, and that wax takes at least 21 to 30 days to cure. So that means you got to wait before you set it up and take pretty pictures and all that kind of stuff. And I'm not about that. And if I'm painting my kitchen, I want to be back in it as soon as possible. But anyway, let's see here. Retailers are stocking up now and will be available for customers very soon. So as soon as I can get my hands on it, I'm going to have it, guys. Let's see here. Be sure to follow all. Thank you so much. Yes. So I have 2 stores. So you can follow us at C321 Vintiques, and we also have a boutique, and it's C321 Boutique. So if you love fashion, it's over there. If you love farmhouse paint, it's in Vintiques. I'm also on YouTube under Wendy's Workshop. You can follow my whole life from the Airbnb to building out stores and all that kind of stuff. Please join me. I'm like 5 subscribers away from 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I would love it if y'all went over there and helped a sister out. All you got to do is subscribe, and I'm going to be there really quick. Thank y'all so much for joining me today, and thank you to Farmhouse Paint for allowing me to do this. And y'all go have a good time. Get you some paint and get you some Farmhouse Paint and paint something beautiful. Always take a before shot and then do it after, and share it with Farmhouse Paint and let them see that. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you. I love you. And I hope to see you again real soon. Come visit us at C321 Vintiques in Hudson, North Carolina. Thank you, guys. I'm going to go now. Love you. See you next time. Bye-bye.